I might be streaming too late. But it does say late stream, so I had some things to do today. Very busy. Been very busy lately. But it's the price of excellence. What did I eat today? Honestly, eggs and cheese, oysters. I had a San Pellegrino. I wasn't too enthusiastic about it, but I was in an event and I needed something. I was talking a lot. I was very parched. So, yeah, I had that. And then, yeah, eggs, cheese. And right now, I'm not gonna have any meat because it's kind of late. I'm just gonna drink all this milk and this honey. Let me get my honey. So just a dairy day, dairy and eggs, and I had some oysters. So we good on that. We ate good today, twin. Not really, honestly. It was a little light for my liking, but I feel all right. Feel good. What did you eat today, boss? What did you eat today, bro? What did we eat today, chat? Full disclosure, my channel's monetized, so you're going to have to sit through ads. That's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. How many people we got in here? 0? Oh, one person. I think it's just you. Lio Avraham. Leo Avraham, M9J. What did you eat today? Let's get the chat popping. See, I'm like 40 minutes late from my stream, but oh well, you know, I got more important things to do, honestly. So we are locking in as much as we can. Okay, let's see here. 400 grams of beef, 80 grams of fat now. Okay, great. Chuck roasts, eggs, high meat, 2-week-old milk. Damn, nice. You got some good meals in the chat. People are eating good. You eating good tonight. I'm really not, honestly. But that's okay. I'm eating well enough. Eggs and dairy. And, I had some oysters, so I had some good oysters from Whole Foods. Blue Points. What's crazy is you get them, like if you get that $1 price, like you can get them shucked for $1. There isn't a better deal anywhere on oysters, honestly. And it's such a great, yeah, it's so great. So, yeah, they were good. Sec. Yeah, I almost ate meat tonight, but I'm just too lazy to cut it up. I'm tired. Raw milk in Israel. Shalom. I can't believe you don't have raw milk in the chosen land and the promised land. That's insane. Isn't that the land of milk and honey, my guy? That's crazy. Is it illegal there or what? I'd be interested to know. I mean, I'm sure you can get good fish, though. You get good fish and good olive oil. What about goat milk? Not even goat milk? Goat cheese? Crazy. So, yeah. Interesting. I don't really know about eating this diet in that part of the world. Oh, camel milk. I know Israel is more than just deserts, but I know that's a big part of what goes on over there in that region. Camel milk. I've heard camel milk is bussin'. I heard it's really good. Oh, nice. I have more milk over there. Great. That's spectacular. So, yeah. Thanks for the likes, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I don't know, just popping in, quick stream, quick late night stream. Probably stream for another hour. I'm just gonna keep yawning. So, camel hump water is bussin'. Interesting. I don't know. It's too late to talk about raw meat. It's a rule in the Bible. Well, I guess I'll just go, I don't know, ask for forgiveness. I'm really sad I gone to a farmer that do this like 30 years and ask him for raw milk. He gave me 2 liters for free and nobody ever asked him that, but nobody will sell it. Oh, crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Is it illegal or they just don't do it? I don't have animals. Maybe someday, but I'd prefer to own a farm and not and pay someone else to manage it. Yeah, I like animals, but having a farm's a lot of work, and I'm kind of lazy. So, I mean, people who say that having a farm is easy don't know anything. Having a farm it's stressful. Let's talk about a cortisol spike. There's always something to do on the farm because you have infrastructure, right? You don't just have animals; you have infrastructure for those animals. Something always needs fixed. Animals need fed. You need to make sure predators can't get to your animals, to your crops, pests. Yeah, it's a freaking Yeah. You want to make me a Kling account? I'm dying over here. um, maybe if I have time. I've been too busy, honestly. Um, I suppose I could maybe do it right now, but actually I have things to do, honestly, which I need to get to after I don't even remember what I was looking at my phone for. Oh yeah, I've got to text my milk guy. That's right. What, 2 cows and you have infinite milk? Yeah, well, it's just like I said, it's a lot of work. You know, you have to milk those cows every day. You got to make sure they have hay for the winter. You got to make sure they get pasture. You got to make sure they don't like get sick. It's crazy. Okay, good night, Bill. Thanks for stopping by. Keep reminding me about the Kling account. I might get it done. I've just got things. I'm live streaming right now. I still got things to do. So, but I'm sorry, but I just have things to do, guys. I can't. Like, I know I'm late, but it is what it is. So, here comes the dog. Texting the milk plug. Yeah. Gotta let him know. If I don't let him know, I don't get the milk. So, I gotta communicate. Hi, dog. You sniffing? Hi. You're so cute. You are. Yeah. So, I don't know. Q&A, guys. So, ask questions. You know how this works. The chat situation. This is not a gesture stream. I'm not performing for you guys. I'm just answering questions, interacting. We don't do any of that last one on stream, guys. This is not a. It's not that kind of stream. You forgot cough. This beast belongs in a pig. That's funny. I'm just really hungry. I didn't really eat a lot today, so yeah, I mean, I'm chugging. This beast is chugging. It's so fun. It's so good to chug milk, man. It just tastes so good. It feels so good to chug milk. I love it. With a little honey. I love it. It's good stuff. Yeah. What did you eat today, Bill? Fanny the farmer and I talked like 10 minutes And he said that High was drinking the rum only age of 20, and the propaganda got to him, and he started buying it from the store, and his kids too. I'm surprised. Excuse me. I should mute my mic before I do that. I apologize. Wow. 1 week to generate one clip, and I am fed up. You know you can create a virtual machine inside your computer? It's pretty easy. You just set up like, you can get Kali Linux for free, and just set up a virtual machine, and then you have like an IP inside your computer. There's a burp. And then you can download stuff. You can create new email accounts and then sign up for websites, and it'll think you're on a different device. So then you get more plays or generations or whatever you're trying to do. Do I sunbathe? Not in the winter. I don't know. Just call him during the day. Leave a message. Call you back. That's the best I can say, man. He's Amish. He probably wakes up early. When I call him, I usually catch him around noontime. So like 11 to 1 is probably pretty good. Lunchtime. If you call earlier and leave a message, he'll get back to you that day. So you can do that too. But yeah, I like to sunbathe when I have the time, but I work outside a lot, so I don't really need to like sunbathe. I just take my shirt off and work outside. An iPad exclusively. Oh, okay, I see the deal. That stuff is way over my head. Honestly, it's not that hard. You can use ChatGPT to set up a virtual machine very easily. You literally just go to Kali Linux, you download Kali Linux, and then you download Oracle's virtual machine, and then you make sure the files for your operating system and your virtual machine are in a folder you specify, and then you just boot and install Kali, and it runs on your computer as a separate computer, basically, a machine, separate from your drive, and then you can take screenshots and copy and paste whatever comes back, and ChatGPT will tell you how to fix it, or Claude. Claude's better, or Grok even, and it'll fix everything. And you just do what it says. It gives you the code. You copy and paste the code it generates, and you can run it on your computer. It's so easy. If I do it, you can do it. I'm an idiot with this stuff. Do I have kids? No. Do I want to have kids? Maybe. Maybe. I feel like it's something that might just happen, but I'd rather it not like that. You know what I mean? So, and I suppose maybe standards are too high, and it may just enter this. It never happens. Something never materializes, but whatever. But everything you just said sounded like Greek to me. Okay. It's really not that complicated. But okay. So I don't know. Do you have kids? It doesn't sound like you have kids, but I could be wrong. Do I have that stuff? Yes. I have a virtual machine. I have Kali Linux, yeah. It doesn't make AI better or anything. It's just if you wanted to have different accounts for like what you're doing, like if you're getting shadow banned because the emails in your MAC addresses, you're using the same MAC address to access a server, right? And everything's recorded, so it's like it's noticing, the websites are noticing your MAC address. And they're like, wait a minute, we're getting all these requests from the same address. It's the same device. So if you create another device in your device, then it will give you more like runway for free accounts to a point. So to a point. I just know this from studying cybersecurity, basic cybersecurity, and how the network works. You know, it's not really efficient to like run a lot of accounts. Like, who has the time for that? Like, people with no lives are the only people who have times to like run an account like that. Like multiple accounts, you know, and doing it from virtual machines. It's crazy. But to generate audio, like, or I'm sorry, AI clips for your project, I think that's a valid use. It might be worth the time. You know, and once you get good at it, you can just keep like, you can just keep reinstalling the virtual machines, and you can just keep doing it again and again on your drive. Obviously, you'd have to delete all the files and uninstall everything and reinstall it. But once you know how to do it, it's not that hard. And you know, you get different MAC addresses every time, I'm pretty sure. And you can have all, if you download a virtual machine, install Kali Linux, and learn how to do that, you basically could have infinite numbers of free cling generation, because once you hit a wall, you can just delete that virtual machine, install a new one, and then it starts over. So that would be your most efficient thing. I want to see what all natural kid can be, tall, how developed and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I know like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. I know 7 of them. I met 7. Well, I've met like 4 of them, but I know of 7 children who are being raised on this diet. So it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, see, you use a VPN, but it just encrypts like your traffic. It just encrypts your traffic in the tunnel. It doesn't really do like everything. So people who pay for AI have no lives. No, that's true. Well, I'm not talking about like using it for AI. I'm talking about like, you know, people who have virtual machines or have a lot of accounts, alternate accounts. Dozens of generations to capture the right clip. That's why I'll never pay for an account on this site. No, I understand. I understand. Yeah. But I feel like there would be a breaking point. Like, there would be a breaking point where your time would be more valuable to just have an account and not like having to keep making emails and fake accounts, alternate accounts. Know what I'm saying? If I was rich and frivolous, sure. Yeah, I get it. Can you tell me how they look like about average, taller? Well, they're just kids. You know, they're 5 and below, so they're just average, I guess. But, I mean, they're good kids. The one baby I saw at the conference was just like, I tell you what, I mean, that baby probably ate more than anybody. Every time I saw that baby, it was eating something or was grabbing to eat something. It was amazing. And this baby was just very, very cute baby. Very chunky baby. Very healthy, chunky baby. And just always laughing and smiling. It never cried once. It never cried or threw a fit once the whole time it was there. And, you know, it was like a conference. It was like it wasn't like a kids thing. There wasn't like stuff for kids to do, really. I mean, a little bit, maybe some of the volunteers, like some of the girls would help, but like, it was like this baby was just like so well behaved. That was probably the most impressive thing. But yeah, it was real cute. It would shovel butter and chicken in its mouth and like smile. It was funny. I have this set up. Maybe I could put it to use for you. I mean, I don't really have time to AI generate stuff. Honestly, like that. Sorry. How much is it? How much is what? I'd imagine it would take multiple generations to see a massive difference. Yeah, probably a couple. You're acting like it's something you can just choose. Yeah, it is. I have more important things to do than generate AI clip. Like, you're not selling me on it being something like that's easy to do. It sounds like it's something that's going to be tedious, that I'm going to have to prompt AI to make, and then I'm not even going to be able to like get what I need, even with like one account, because I'll get blocked. The same man fed his dog meat sludge. What do you think about prepping, considering what your country is becoming? Yeah, I mean, I have a bug out bag. It's always a good thing to have, be prepared. Like, it's like a bug out survival bag. I have some clothes in there, warm clothes, versatile clothes. I have fire starters, a compass, flint and steel, a good walking stick, plastic bags. I do have some herb books, which I should probably put in there as well. Plant books and herb books. What else do I need in there? I have a knife. I have a couple knives in there. I think I have a sleeping bag, maybe a tarp, some ropes. Rope. Yeah, just stuff like that. I'm only creating the email account. Okay. Yeah, I'll think about that. Is it normal to get a headache eating oysters? Yes. Hi, dog. Look at this dog. Look at that. I hate that dog. Look at that dog. Hi, dog. You're so cute. You're so soft. You're so sweet. Yes, you're so good dog. Yes, a good dog. Get pets for dog. Yeah, little pets. Little head pets. Yes, sweetie. How sweetness. You're so good. You're so good. You like the light? Does that get hot? It's a little bit of heat. Not too much. Okay, yeah, I'll think about that. Yeah, so I host you can watch the videos. I host and organize the largest raw meat primal diet conference in the world. It's in Berks Garden, Virginia, every summer. This year it's June 11th through the 14th, the year 2026. Yes, it's a family-friendly conference. Everybody of all ages comes. We have people who are like over 70 come, people who are under 5 years old come, people in their 20s, their teens, their 30s, their 40s, or 50s. Literally everybody from every age group is here. It's a fun time. we have classes and workshops and Q&As, general hanging out. So we have some other stuff planned this year, more skills, milking, knitting, hiking, cutting board, making a cutting board, butchering. We're going to butcher a whole cow this year, a small cow. So we're all going to get together and chip in and butcher a small cow. And that'll be the meat for the conference pretty much. And we'll, everybody gets a chicken to butcher. So Amos Miller came and talked last year. Maybe he'll do it this year. So as we're getting bigger, we're going to attract more guest speakers. So yeah. primaldietcoaching.com. That's where you can learn more about it, and we publish newsletters and topics when we host a virtual class, and like vision, dental health, raising children, building materials, all kinds of stuff, just different topics. And we write newsletters on them just to kind of give people updated resources, because Aujnas, he wrote newsletters about things, but he's dead, and things change. So food changes, companies change that make certain goods, and the world didn't stop turning when Aujnas died. So like, people learn new things, and we share that. So that's what it is. We had our first year, we had 35 people. Our second year, we had 47 people. So this next year, we're looking to have upwards of 60 people, 60 to 70 people. With oysters need to be kept preferably in something not plastic, and you need to moisten a towel. You moisten a towel and you put a towel over the oysters and keep it moist. This gives the oysters water so they can live, and they'll stay fresh longer. If you freshly harvest oysters, they'll last for a month in the fridge with the moist towel. Face IQ's brain, he tells people not to eat dairy past 18. Yeah, I mean, he's still scared of the Randall cycle. I mean, he doesn't eat the primal diet, so he just copies the Goatus diet, which doesn't work. So whatever. I mean, completely different for someone like him, because he was raised on this diet. So well, Creamy Crypto, primaldietcoaching.com. Check it out. Stay tuned for updates. We are doing some restructuring, and we are going to have the tickets on sale in February for sure. There will be a heads up, guys, very important. If you're interested in coming to the conference, there is a flash sale. We are going to have a flash sale of tickets, cheap, like $100, $150 for all 4 days. And it's a flash sale only, and this will be tickets for everything. So we're going to have different tiers. We're going to have, all 4 days, 4-day tickets, 3-day tickets, 2-day tickets, maybe 1-day tickets. And there's going to be tiers. So there will be all access passes, which gets you access to all classes and workshops and general activities. And then we're going to have a general tier. So the general tier gets you access to like 1, maybe 2 classes a day, and that's it. And then the rest of the time you can't be at the classes, but you can go do other stuff, right? Hang out, eat, whatever, but it'll be cheaper. But the all access one will be more expensive. So that's what we're going to do this year. No, I understand, Bill. You can go to bed. You just want me to make email accounts for you. I might be able to do that. He uses makeup. That's crazy. He kind of looks like he does. Hi, oysters. Prepare to have a very, very bad headache. It does kind of look like he wears makeup, like, or filters. A lot of these looks maxers look like they wear makeup, to be honest. If I was in the USA, I would go to your conference, but considering your country pass to enter the border, yeah. The ESTA, yeah. Great oyster tip. Everyone liked the stream for that one. Oh, thank you, Jim. Appreciate you. Yeah, the moist towel with the glass bowl, a ceramic bowl, is the way to go. Moisture. You just have to keep the towel moist. That's all. And they do last for a long time. But like I said, it just depends on where you're getting them from and when they get them from. Like, you know, usually like oysters are a week old by the time they get to you. So they've got another like 2.5 weeks max, pretty much. You know, maybe 3 if you're lucky. So, yeah. Because I had to learn how to do this because I used to get like 100 oysters a week. Sometimes I get 200. And, yeah, I would eat like 30, 40 oysters a day. It was awesome. But the cool people at the fish market I worked at stopped working there. I told myself, this is too good of a thing to just happen forever the rest of my life. So I'm going to enjoy it while I can, take advantage of it while I can. It helped my teeth so much. I get compliments on my teeth all the time. They're so strong. I don't have any decay on my teeth. I had a little bit of enamel loss, but I really wouldn't call that decay because they were never black. You know, they were never black. They were never brown. They were never blue. So they were never gray. It just was, I just had weak enamel in places because when you go to the dentist your whole life and they scrape your teeth with the metal, it weakens everything. I had braces, so, you know, the dentist said it was like, yeah, you know, I see that a lot in people that had braces. So it is what it is, but they'll grow back eventually. Yeah, okay. I'll think about it, Bill. I'll let you know. A wood box with some piece of paper above it. Interesting. Wood box is good. You make the email and the client account right afterwards. I know how to make accounts, Bill. Thank you. Don't patronize me. Thank you. How many oysters do I eat in a day if you could know how much you would eat? Like if I really wanted to spend the money on the oysters, I would probably eat like 50 oysters a day. Easy. Maybe 40, 50. Yeah, easy. Because I'd eat them in the morning and I'd eat them at night. You know, to rip down 2 dozen oysters is easy. It's like I could do 1 dozen oysters like that. And then I would enjoy the second one. But yeah. That's sussy. Just use a VM like he said. Takes a couple clicks. No, he's asking me to make emails for him. So, yeah. Good night, Bill. I felt fine. I don't know that I felt any better than not eating them. Maybe a little bit, but what I do know is that my teeth got really good. Like my teeth got whiter and shiny. Like my teeth glisten in the light. You can't really see it here. But in the right lighting, like my teeth kind of glisten. They have a glossiness to them. And they're very strong. They're not sensitive. So, yeah. They're great. Also helps get rid of the mercury. So, with the beef and the oysters, like, it's the best thing. I think it really adds up. Like, after doing it for a few years, I think that's honestly one of the biggest things, like, I could say, like, that has improved. Which I need to do my annual testimony, my annual report. But that was something that last year, big for me, bigly improving, was the beef and the oysters. Yeah, it goes a long way. Grinding my teeth because of orthodontics and bad alignment. Sorry to hear that. Get a Revive. It helps. The Revive mouth guard takes a lot of dedication. I mean, I wear it every night. It really helps. It's replaced my mouth tape. So for me, it's not so much a dedication as in a necessity. Hi. Because mouth breathing sucks. I don't sleep good at all when I mouth breathe, so you don't have to think about you or do it when you can. Yeah, I'll do when I can. No changes in the beat after that many oysters. I would think with that zinc content. Maybe a little bit. I don't know. I'm a little older and my system's a little more balanced than it used to be, so I don't know. The benefits of oysters. Yeah, like I said, with oysters and beef, it helps the mercury, get the mercury out of the body. The oysters help strengthen the teeth. They're good mineral supplement overall. They're good for your brain. They I feel like the salt in the oysters is good. It's a good source of getting that sodium. So yeah, they didn't help my teeth grow back. Doing the diet will help your teeth grow back if you do the diet right. You eat enough fat and minerals. Not necessarily cheese and honey, because the honey, some people eat too much honey with their cheese, and that causes problems. So, who's a big dog? You're a big dog. Yes, you're so sweet. And then burp out its soul. Yellow teeth. Yellow teeth, I think Ajna said that was from antibiotics. I could be wrong, but something about medications and teeth. I know that people who did a lot of cocaine or heroin, it destroyed their teeth, and their teeth would get gray. Like the teeth would turn gray in color because of the cocaine. So, I think yellow has something to do with antibiotics. What's better, red meat or white meat? It entirely depends on what you need, but I would say generally red is going to be more beneficial for the body because it's good for your blood, and there's more muscle and stuff in your body than like anything else, I think. I mean, you have a lot of nerves and stuff, but the red meat, like for your muscles, it's kind of a no-brainer. And also, meat regenerates your whole body, but some meats do better than others. So it really just depends on what you need. It's a personal thing. I eat both. I'll eat like white meat for 2 weeks, and then I eat red meat for 2 weeks, and I just kind of go like that back and forth pretty much. So yeah, I wait for this to. Here we go. Will eating that many oysters make one into a Chad? I think it's possible. If you eat the oysters in the liver and the oysters in the red meat, yeah, it helps. I woke up the next day with a stomachache and some nausea, vomiting. Yeah. Yeah, normally when you wake up and you have that going on, that's a detox. So your body was dumping stuff at night. And that's why the cheese is good in the morning. Normally, if I have a strong detox that is caused by vomiting, I'm generally only vomiting in the morning. So I'm waking up and I'm vomiting. The times that I vomited, which wasn't a lot, honestly. And it was in the morning, first thing. And then it wasn't for the rest of the day. But then I would wake up and I would throw up. So it was stuff dumping at night, and you wake up and you throw up. Sometimes it happens fast, sometimes it happens slow, and it builds up. I don't know. It's weird. But, yeah. Cheese. Eat the cheese. And, beet juice may help. Yellow under strong lighting. They don't feel more painful than normal white teeth. Yeah, normally coloration like that doesn't really indicate like decay, but something else. Honey storage tips. Never refrigerate honey. Keep it in a room that doesn't go below 45 degrees and a room that doesn't go above 93 degrees. Pretty simple. Better stored in glass, but food grade plastic is okay. 5-gallon buckets are the best container for them, and they're also the best way to buy honey because you get the best price. So contact a beekeeper and say, hey, I want to buy 5 gallons of honey at one time because I want to have it for a whole year. Just say you're a prepper or something. So that way he doesn't think you're going to resell it. Yeah, like you can get $300. You can pay $300 for 5 gallons of honey. $350 for 5 gallons of honey. It's a good deal. And then I use glass mostly, like jars like this. This is what it came in. I'll use the containers by putting milk in here and mix it up, so I get to use the honey because it's stuck. Can do the diet without oysters. Had some yesterday and they were so hard to open and tasted like salt. Pretty gross in my opinion. Yeah, you need to you can do the diet without oysters. Saltier oysters, yeah, it's an acquired taste. Get oysters, Blue Point oysters, okay? Get Blue Point oysters or oysters from the West Coast, because the oysters from the West Coast are not as salty. The more north you go, the saltier the oysters get. It has something to do with the temperature, I think. But yeah, the more north you go, the saltier they get. So Blue Point oysters are a good balance. West Coast oysters. I've never had a really salty West Coast oysters. The most salty oysters are like the Wellfleet oysters, Malpec oysters, Old Salts. What else? I've had a few other ones. I forget what they're called though. But yeah, the salties. Oysters from New Brunswick, like Chibuktuks. So yeah, just ask where oysters come from and try to get Blue Points. Blue Point oysters are like sweet. They're like sweet and salty. They're not very salty. And you can do the diet without oysters for sure, but it is a lot better and more effective. You can also add lemon. If you add lemon to the oysters, it doesn't make it as salty. Or you can make some mignonette sauce and or mignonette sauce, whatever it's called, and that is really yummy on oysters too. It's a vinegar and salt and vinegar. It's a good flavor combo. If you miss salt and vinegar chips, that's one for you. I use apple cider vinegar, shallots, peppers, and just let it mix for like 2 weeks, a week, and then you use it on oysters. It's delicious. It's fantastic. So honey does not need to be refrigerated, correct? Did I grow taller than this diet? Yes. Actually, I don't know. It might just be my posture, because I used to stretch a lot. I was an athlete, and I used to stretch every day a lot, and my posture was really good, and I was working out. So I was like 5'8.25", which I grew from like being 5'7.5" or something like that. So I grew 3/4 of an inch, and I was like 28, 29, something like that. Do you know what causes a blackhead? So acne is generally a detoxification. Because like stuff gets congested in your skin, and if you're not sweating enough, it'll like build up generally. So every day I wake up feeling really toxic and aching. I never vomit though. Sometimes eggs have made me vomit, however. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, you need the cheese then. Eat the cheese in the morning and drink more vegetable juice. Try beet juice in your vegetable juice. I wonder why we're told we can only eat one pea-sized amount of royal jelly every other day. Why not more? I don't know, man. Experiment. I got Chesapeake oysters. Yep, Chesapeake oysters are pretty salty. Blue Point oysters are really good, though. If you like a sweet and salty oyster, I can't recommend the Blue Points enough. And they're usually pretty big, too. Like, they're a little bigger. They're really nice and meaty. And they're nice. Yeah, man. They're one of my favorite oysters. Because they're not too salty. They're not, like, really sweet. But they're, like, a nice balance. I really like them. They're probably one of my top 3 East Coast oysters. Recently bought raw coconut cream from Adam's Farm. What are the best uses for coconut cream besides toothpaste formula? Put it in the sport formula. Make the 2013 sport formula. I have a tutorial on it. I have the recipe on my page in recipes. The 2013 sport formula doubles as a magic juice cleanser, and it's very good. If you put lime in the coconut, it works better. Also, what else is good with coconut cream? I'm trying to think. There's something else. You can try the suppository. And, yeah, coconut cream is not something to eat a lot of. I don't order it. I don't make it either. And, yeah, it's like, it's good. It's tasty, but, I always wanted to try the Tahitian chicken, which is like just ceviche with coconut cream. That sounded good. So yeah, check the recipe book. Oh, another one to eat. Inverse. The chlorine remover. The chlorine remover is the best tasting fruit meal ever. It's mango, half an unripe mango, a kiwi, a little bit of lemon, dairy cream, coconut cream, and honey. Oh my goodness, man. That is the best tasting fruit formula ever. It's so good. And if you drink tap water or swam in swimming pools, the chlorine remover is for you. You need it. But it's so good. It's just like the perfect mixture of tropical fruit with the fats and a little sweet. It's amazing. It's amazing. I can't overstate how amazing and delicious it is. You gotta try it. If you got coconut cream, go get an unripe mango and a kiwi and some lemon, some cream, and honey. Peel them obviously, and then mix it all together and eat that. It's so good. The difference between spring, fall honey. Yeah, so I think it has to do with the sugars. I feel like fall honey crystallizes more than the spring honey. And the spring honey has like newer growth pollen in it, and the fall honey has like more seasoned pollen from the flowers, obviously. So yeah, I think fall honey's better. Wow, at 28, I hope I have at 21. Yeah, you could. What formula do I eat from homogeneous? Well, like I said, I can't recommend the chlorine remover enough. It's delicious. I do the lubes, I do the milkshakes, I do the hydration formulas. I have recipes on how I make hydration formulas on the page if you want to know. Other formulas, not so much. Nut formula sometimes, not too much. I should probably eat more though. That'd be nice. I just need to find some nuts. Pumpkin seeds I might do. Pumpkin seed nut formula I might do. Can you die from too much coconut cream? Maybe. Why don't you eat coconut cream anymore? It's because I don't like to order it. I'm cheap. It's $30 a container. $30 a pint. That's crazy. Well, not that it's crazy, but it's just a little more than I'm willing to spend on coconut cream. Because it is detoxifying. Really, the most important parts of the diet, like I said, are the meats and the fats and just building a body. Don't worry about detoxifying. It'll happen on its own, so I don't really do that. Chlorine remover is a terrible name. That drinks just tastes as good as you claim. Yeah. Well, that's what it does. It removes the chlorine. I don't know what to call it. It needs a better name, but I don't know, man. I'll think about it. I want to do the lob 2 times a day to gain weight. Oh, lube. 6 foot, 67 kilo. Nice. Milkshakes are better for weight gain than lube formula. Leo Avram. You want the milkshakes. The milkshakes are more anabolic than the lube because the cream is better for growth. The cream is better for growth. So and eating enough red meat in general. So, yeah, you do that, you'll be good. Oh, you don't have the raw milk though, yeah. But you can get butter though. That's crazy. If you can get butter, you can get raw milk, can't you? Or do you get the butter shipped in? Excuse me. Yeah, you're welcome, Aristo students. I don't even know what you asked. Oh, why don't eat coconut cream more? Yeah. No, it's good to eat. I would generally tend to buy it more in the summer though, because that's when I make hydration formulas the most. And yeah, because I like to make those when the fruits are in season. They taste better. And yeah, so when I'm making hydration formulas, I like to have the coconut cream. It's really nice to add in there. It just makes it, because there's water soluble fats in coconut cream that aren't in animal fats. So it is more hydrating in a way and more satisfying. It is beneficial. Like if I got into fighting again and I needed hydration, I would buy coconut cream specifically for the hydration. Yeah, because it's so good. The benefit of eating royal jelly, supposedly it does something with protein synthesis or something, I don't know. I don't really even know if it's like cope or whatever, but I mean, I don't know. It's just I don't know enough people who have eaten royal jelly consistently with the meat to be like, yes, I did this and I know it works. Not just like Audrey saying, oh yes, well it works. So I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know how efficient it'd be. My fader is 6'2", and my father is 6'2", and I said to him it because he was born, lived in Romania, and drank a liter of raw milk a day. Yeah, that'll do it. The fats are really good for helping gain weight, I think. I mean, gaining weight, yes, but also getting taller. I think it's beneficial. And also not like putting a bunch of poison in your body, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, coconut cream's good. I miss it. I haven't had coconut cream in like 2 years, man. I should get some. No, I did something called Kyokushin. I'll spell it in the chat for you. And you can look up, just look it up on YouTube, fights. That's what I did. I don't get into MMA because of CTE and like wrestling. I don't really like touching people and just like doing that stuff. It's just weird, I mean, the striking's fine, but the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and the wrestling aspect, I'm not really into. Like I said, I don't like touching people like that. I like my space. Yeah. So, the sleeping part is harder. Yeah, sometimes it can be tough. Eat a lot of red meat. It grew my whole frame and skull when I was 20. Yep. If you have trouble sleeping, eat more eggs in the day, like at least 12 eggs. Have 12 eggs in your body before you go to bed. And have at least a meat meal 4 hours, well, let's say like 10 hours before you go to bed. That way you have protein in your body, and it helps. I know you can't get milk. That's normally what I recommend. Eggs in the middle of the night. Yeah, I used to do that. But now I don't need to wake up and eat, honestly. So that's nice. I sleep through the night. Raw salmon, huh? I actually lost my taste for salmon. I prefer tuna or swordfish, to be honest. Tuna and swordfish are my goats. Oh, and pollock. Yeah. Pollock is a nice, clean white fish. Kind of sweet, honestly. It makes the best ceviche because it's very flaky and light. It's so good. Yeah, man. I had pollock once. I wish I could get more. It's hard to find. Good quality anyway. Let me see this. Hold on. Sorry, I just had to watch this little kitten give little meows. It was so cute. The little kitty guy. It was so cute. I love kitties. Yeah, man. The barn cats are pretty cool where I get milk. I'm gonna go there next week and yeah, it's fun. See little kitties. I love scallops. I think scallops are severely underrated. They have a lot of selenium and they're good for DNA repair, so I think they would help speed up healing drastically if you ate like fish and beef. You know, fish and beef and scallops with milk. There's a cheat code right there. Scallops and oysters with beef, milk, a little liver. Yeah. Now you're talking. You're getting everything you need. Yeah. Do you drink the age and the white? Oh yeah, I drink egg whites. I drink the whole egg. The face IQ guy wants to attract women to sleep around, but not get engaged to marry. What is the point? Um, yeah, In my opinion, it stems from insecurity and hormonal imbalance. That's what I think. Yeah, sleeping around does damage men and women. Honestly, it damages the women more though, but it still is not good for everybody involved. Yeah. Death. Yeah. What are you gonna do? It's the modern world we live in. Is what it is. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Appreciate the likes. 7 likes, 8 viewers. Great. I might do another Civ stream. That was popping off. I got a lot of hours out of that. Good night. Thank you. Brainwashing. No, it's part of that. Well, I'm saying hormone imbalance is a big part because if your hormones are producing or overproducing, you're going to be oversexed basically, and you're going to want to do more of that. So, but if your hormones are balanced, you're not going to want to seek out that stuff. Also, it's mentally an issue, you know, so. Yeah. I'm not saying it isn't that, but I'm saying there's multiple factors. It's definitely a multifaceted issue. So, I've noticed the young raw meat eater guys say that you should marry young and having children. Don't do it. Yeah, yeah, it's very funny. It's just a LARP. A lot of them are just LARPers because they're kids. They don't know any better. They've never actually had to like live real life, you know. They all probably come from like pretty well-to-do families, most of them, because a lot of them seem to travel a lot. And honestly, like if you're just traveling and you're not working, then you're probably pretty well off, you know? So, But it is what it is. That's what young people are, man. They're fools. Young people are fools. They don't know. But that's just how it goes. That's just the way of the world. It's the way of the world. What are you going to do, man? They're not old enough to know how horrible some women are. It's yeah, man. I mean, men can be horrible too. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I met quite a few men who've had their wives ruined with divorce and all that stuff. So yeah, it's certainly true. You have to watch out. Yeah. So, but I kind of feel like a lot of that goes away too with the proper diet. If people are healthy and they want to be in a relationship, then it's probably pretty easy, relatively speaking. Not that being in a relationship is easy at all like that. It's work, but you know what I mean. You're not dealing with like crazy people all the time. That's got to be nice. A lot of people don't know that. It's like, no, you're true, and it's not all of them, right? It's a few. They're out there. I know many men with no friends. I know many men that have been alone for decades. At least 5 men like that at work. Yeah, it's a solitary for men. Men get a lot more fulfillment out of doing things than, being with people. It's different with, women. They're a little more social. So, I mean, men and women are built different. What do you expect? So, nothing wrong with that either. Yeah. Like I would call him my friend, and I talk to him once a year on the phone generally, and we're still cool. But it's like, yeah, we have things to do. We do things. Yeah, so, well, thanks for hanging out, guys. I'm probably going to cut it because it's midnight and generally men have more control over not having casual encounters than women. Well, it depends on the type of man. But women definitely, you know, are the seductress. They are the temptress, right? Adam and Eve. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And it's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, okay? No, but anyway. Yeah. So, thanks for hanging out. I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow, but maybe. We'll see. Maybe we'll do a longer stream. We'll see. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night.